Hello, everyone. Hello, friends. How are you all doing on this Friday evening? It's a chilly Friday evening here in Ligonier. We hope you're doing really, really well. We have, Vanessa's here. Hello, Vanessa. Says happy Friday. Yes, it's good to be on Friday. I was at the store today. It's a good time. Mary MC202 joined us on Instagram, and Julie P is over there on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry, but somebody or some buddies are coming up as Facebook user. I've got lots of Facebook users here. So I'm not sure if that's an issue. It looks like Facebook is having an issue today. So hello, whomever you are out there. Hello to whomever it is. So we got a hi all. We got a it's humid here. We got a hi there. We got a hello everyone. So I don't know what's happening. One of them is Suzanne. Hello, Suzanne. So unfortunately, I can't see. I don't know. It looks like most Facebook users. So if you go to, it's streamyard.com/Facebook, I believe, and see if you can re-authenticate. Maybe it kicked everyone out during some kind of update or something. So streamyard.com/Facebook is usually where people can go to re-authenticate themselves so we can see your name. Sometimes every once in a while, Facebook just knocks people out and we can't see their name. Otherwise, you can join us on YouTube because YouTube is obviously working. Let's see here. Vanessa's, and we don't usually see their comments on YouTube, but I see their comments today. You're seeing YouTube? Wait, you're seeing Facebook people on YouTube? That would be very weird. But I see your comments. I can pop them up here. Nope. Somebody's testing again, and it's still coming up as Facebook user. So if y'all can, go out there and join us on YouTube so I can actually see who you are, maybe. Mary says, and the stockings were hung with care, right? This is, yeah, we hung these up from our holiday shows. If you missed all the holiday show stuff, I think we had 5 days of the holiday show. It started on a Friday and went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think. Test is Cheryl already tried to reauthorize. There's a glitch in the system then. Don't know what's going on with StreamYard. They did not warn me. Usually they warn me when they're having an issue with things. Suzanne says, it's telling me I'm not connected. So I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. I mean, it's fine if you want to keep putting your name after your comments or something, but that's no fun. That's so hard. Go over to YouTube. Go over to YouTube. Join us at youtube.com/allegory gallery. But yeah, we had the stockings up. We actually, we have the little mini stockings. Those little mini stockings used to be for Paolo and Babette, and this was Andrew and my stockings. So we did that for the holiday show. If you missed the holiday show, there was lots of awesome polymer clay for the holiday show. We had these little ornaments that Andrew made. So he did stars. He did a few Krampuses like this. He did some some elves, little elves like that. And a lot more. We did some enamel pendants. He did pickles. I think there's still a pickle left. So he did some pickles like these, the German holiday pickles. Did some mushrooms. I don't know if I have, okay. Oh, there's a mushroom. Because some people celebrate with the mushrooms. So there's the mushrooms. And we did some enamel that we make at Star Cottage Studio. So let me see if do I have any of these here? Let's see, I think I do. I think this is an enamel. So these really, really pretty snowflake it's not focusing right. Snowflake decal. There's silver and gold decals on this beautiful blizzard kind of enamel that Andrew did. So we have those available. Lots of good stuff. I posted a lot of the enamel on Facebook, on our Facebook page. I also posted a lot of the polymer clay ornaments that are still available on our Facebook page. So if you scroll down through the timeline, you can find those. I'll try and reshare them a little bit today. I meant to do that earlier today because I was thinking about it. And I was like, not many people have seen these on here. And you know how Facebook is. It doesn't show hardly anything to anyone a lot of times. So I'll reshare those if I think about it either today or tomorrow when I'm at the store. But yeah, there's lots of good stuff from the holiday show. Mary says, I bought a pickle while I was visiting Czechia. Yeah, it used to be the Czech Republic. Yeah, Czech Republic, and the short name now is Czechia. And that's cool. That's cool. We got pickles now too. People had requested pickles, so we made pickles. Donna is there, says, hello, William and Andrew. Been a while since I was able to watch a live. Can't get anything, but I wanted to see Laura's new pieces. Love the stockings. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Julie is here. Hello, Julie. Vanessa says hi to everybody. Suzanne says, I worked with some of these small charms up had earlier in October. Nice, nice. Diane says, I love those enamel pendants. I need to get one. Diane, get one or two or three or four. They are up on the Facebook timeline. They came in that size. They also came in singles. I do not have the singles with the decals up on the Facebook timeline yet, but I have the singles without the decals, and I have the double charms for earrings. Those are up there with the large ones. They're all in one post, and I'll get those other ones. I need to get pictures of the other ones yet. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow at the store. I just left them here today. Ran out without a bunch of stuff today. I had to get my prescriptions filled, and that threw off my whole morning. One thing, you'd think not so hard, but one thing threw off the whole morning. So and tomorrow I have more errands in the morning, so we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. Yeah. But good to see you here again, Donna. I know it's been a while. I'm glad that everything's going. It says I'm doing really good. Just got very busy. Got a show tomorrow, so I've been going crazy getting stuff ready. Nice. Hopefully the show will go really well for you. What else is everyone doing? What's happening? What's going on? We have an amazing show tonight. We have Lora Lunsford's work here. I messaged Lora earlier today, but I don't know if she actually got my message that we were having the show tonight. But the other thing is, she normally tunes in if she can during the lives, but we'll see. I checked my messages and she had not replied as of right before the live here, I don't think. But it's also Facebook Messenger, so who knows if she'll get the message until who knows when. Yeah, it's one of those days. It's been a nice day. It's been a kind of chill day. My mom came up to the store a little bit to say hi, but she had to run. She couldn't stay very long. We had a few people in the store today. Nobody making anything though, but hopefully some people will come in this weekend. But I got the stuff ready for the trunk show tonight, and we're going to do this in two parts. So I think we're going to do it tonight, and I was thinking about doing it tomorrow, but we have been running through the weekends. We ran through all of last weekend with the holiday show. So I think that was last weekend. It's been a blur. It's been a blur with a big thing in the middle of it all. So I think we're going to do this today, and then on Monday, we're going to continue the Lora Lunsford Trunk Show. There's just so many pieces. If I do them all tonight, I think it's just going to make everyone kind of go like, I mean, the stuff is, I'm not even doing that, but the stuff is amazing and it's really awesome. But I think there's like 70 or so some pieces. I think that's a lot for one night. So I'm going to do about 40 tonight, like our normal, and we'll do 30 some then on Monday. And I think that's the best way to do it. I think that's the best way to do it. Checking my email to get rid of any spam we have here, because we're gonna make the claims go through email like we always do. So let me get this cleared up. I started just a tad later today because I was working on getting the Instagram up and running, and I'm glad some people are joining us on Instagram. Charlie's over there. Oh, Flood City Stitch, our friend, is joining us over there. Mary's getting ready for a show tomorrow as well. Busy times. That is busy times. And Cheryl says, I'm taking a class tomorrow to learn how to make a paper mandala. It'll be a holiday gnome design. That's cool too. Everybody's has so much going on right now. That's awesome. I like it when people are being creative and doing things. I love hearing about that. It's always good. Donna says, Laura's pieces are incredible. Yes, they are. And they're always amazingly well priced. Amazingly well priced. Diane says, I just had my second carpal tunnel surgery yesterday. Awesome. Did the first one's going okay? Healing okay? I guess if you had the second one, the first one must be doing okay. Hopefully this one goes well for you and really helps you out. I know some people who've gotten that and they've had really good results from it. Donna says, I hope so too, William. No rain in the forecast. That's good. You don't want rain at a show. You don't want rain at a show. You know, I believe, like, they talk about rain on weddings and how rain is like a sign of some people believe rain is like your ancestors, like crying in good crying, happy for you. They're happy tears and rain falling, and it's good luck. But when you're at a show, unless it's an indoor show, then sometimes the rain pushes everybody in, right? That can be good if they leave their house to begin with. But it can push people into the show. But outdoor shows, you don't want any rain. You just don't. So no rain in the forecast. We'll keep that rain away from you, right? Michelle's watching on her computer. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching with us. Let's see here. The first one is doing well. Normally back to normal, says Diane. Good. Keep that carpal tunnel away. Suzanne has a book club meeting. I don't know why I'm tapping on, just because it's a Facebook, I got used to that. A book club meeting, nice. Andrew usually does that. He normally does the showing people the comments. I just usually read them most of the time. Mary, where is your show at? Is it an outdoor or indoor show? I know some places are starting to do indoor shows because it's getting chilly, depending on where you are in the country. Janice is, hello Janice, by the way, saying fighting some sort of bug, but had to tune in for Laura's pieces. Nice. Not nice you're fighting a bug, but good you could join us. Yeah, like I said, we're going to do 30 of them. A lot of times with Laura's pieces, we kind of go in pricing order. Today, I mixed them all up. Knowing that we were going to do a 2-day thing, I mixed them all up. So we're going to have a little bit of everything. Some of the higher price ones today, some of the lower price ones. And if you know Laura's stuff, even the higher price ones are not very high for what they are. So you're going to see a big, nice selection tonight. And then we will finish the trunk show on Monday. And at least that's the plan. I think Monday, unless we decide to do it tomorrow, but I think it's going to be Monday. I will, if I'm doing it tomorrow, I will post on YouTube and Facebook by about, probably by about 4 p.m. tomorrow, 4:30, somewhere in there, if I'm going to do it tomorrow night. But I really think I'm just going to do it on Monday. I think I need a break over the weekend as far as lives go. I love hanging out with y'all, but we have been doing lives for like 2 weeks straight, including the weekend. And I think I need a little downtime in the evenings to get some things together, because there's normally things we have that we do, obviously, on the weekends in the evenings that we did not get to do yet. So I think it's going to be Monday. Indoor show at one of the Culpeper, Virginia High School. Nice. Usually a good show for me, she says, keeping my fingers crossed. That's awesome. Well, yes, hopefully everything goes great for you. We want everybody to do well at the shows. It's, we firmly believe in the rising tide raises all boats. The better that we do, we try and push that out into the world. The better you all do, the better we do, the better we do, the better you do. We can give you better prices for things. We can get more to you. The better you do, the more you can buy from us, and continue doing that. And, you know, it keeps going. It's like that rock dropped in the water, right? The better you do at your shows, the more you can get from us, the more that people buy from you all, they have gifts to give. You know, it's this ripple effect, and it's wonderful when everyone can do well. So that's why, you know, we always try and keep our prices as low as possible. It's very important to us. We try and give you the best possible quality that we can find in everything, whether it's contemporary, whether it's vintage. We do search high and low for beautiful vintage finds, and so we do our best to do all that for you, in hopes that you can take what we supply and make them into beautiful things that you can either sell or give as gifts. You know, we really want the rising tide to raise all boats. We want everybody to do well. It's very important to us. And, you know, that's always been kind of our slogan from the very beginning. Like, that's just that, maybe not a slogan, more like a thought, more like a manifestation. The rising tide raises all boats, and we know that. So whether it's within our community in person, our community online, one of the most important things is that everybody does well. That's, you know, that's why we're here. That's why we're the AG Bead fam, and that's why we hang out together. Let's see here. Mary says, I made a necklace with the fossilized palm tree beads that I bought from you all. I love those beads. Those were so nice. I don't think we have any more of those. But that fossilized palm wood, those were some higher end strands, but they were so beautiful. I kind of wish I would have kept a strand, but then if I kept a strand of everything that I kind of wish I kept a strand of, we wouldn't have a store. It would just be all here. It would be all, and there is enough here. So, but I'm glad you made a necklace with that. Hopefully, did you show us that in the Design Challenges group on Facebook? If not, I'd love to see it. I can't remember if you showed that or not. Let's see here. Comments jump. Sorry. Donna says, not even when we were inside, because the show in the summer was a bust. The rain was awful. Yeah, like I said, if people aren't already out and about, if it's not an area where people are out and about and the rain forces them in, then it doesn't make a difference, right? You don't want the rain, because then people don't leave the house anyway, or they don't get out of their cars anyway. So yeah, I love good rain, but not during a show. Not during a show. Same with the snow, right? You don't want snow during a show. Maybe if you're doing a winter holiday show, you have a little bit of snow. That's kind of, you know, sets the mood. But you don't want the weather people to be like, don't leave your house, there's going to be a blizzard. And they seem to do that pretty much every time it snows anymore. So that's why you just want a clear day, a nice clear day, right? For all your shows. And sorry, I do have to keep looking this way, because this is where my Instagram comments come up. I need the computer like right in front of me so that I can see them without having to, but it's just the way it is. It's the way the desk is set up. Donna says, yeah, I have one next weekend and I can handle the cold, but not the rain. Yep, I get it. We got a lot of shows. That's awesome. We are trying to we're thinking about trying to, I guess that's probably the way I should, although the other one works too. We're thinking about trying to do some more shows in Johnstown and around the area. So we'll see. It's a lot to add shows to our schedule, but it would be really good. As we've talked about, we moved our store to Johnstown, and we knew this going into it. Some people from Ligonier do come and visit us, and some people still, you know, we have a number of clients already in Johnstown, but we knew that moving the store would force us to, you know, kind of start over in a lot of ways. I mean, we literally moved our store a block in Ligonier at one point, and people couldn't find us. We heard like years later, oh, you're still in town, or did you reopen again? Like, we've been here. We didn't move, we didn't leave. Now we've left. But back then we moved a block, and then we moved what would be approximately 3 city blocks. and people thought we're gone. So moving to an entirely different city, we fully knew we would have to rebuild our clientele and our people. And so doing shows would help that. But it's a lot, y'all. If you all do shows, you know it's a lot. You know how much a show is. You know how much it takes out of you. We're no strangers to that. We've done many shows. We've helped other people with shows. And I used to do car part shows. I did from when I was about 14 or 15 on. I did car shows. We took a large tractor trailer truck full of car parts and would set up this huge booth. My boss always got a huge space, and we would set up this gigantic booth, like big, all wood. He insisted it had to be a wooden booth, so there were frame parts to put together, and we had to get out the power tools to put the booth together, and it was secured with giant bolts, and then we put out giant wooden tables. These were not folding tables. We weren't allowed to use those. They were giant wooden tables that he had built. And we would put those out, and then we had risers. We had little boxes. They were about this long by about this wide. Some were about this wide. And we would put those on risers. There were about 3 levels of those, and then the car parts would go in each one of those boxes. And we would sell car parts at the car show. So I've done shows in all different areas: car parts, beads, books, done shows in a lot of different places, a lot of different areas. And it is exhausting. It is also exhilarating. It's both of those things at the same time. If you've never done a show, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, but you are on your feet from morning until night. Generally, even if your show is even if it's like a 6-hour show, right? You're still there early to set up. You got to get there before everyone, usually 2 to 3 hours early. Get your setup up. Then you're there, and then you do your selling, and then you got to tear down at night unless you're going to the next day, and then you have to clean up and pack up and kind of make sure it's safe. And hopefully you are nonstop talking to people all day long. Andrew and I have never been people at a show. We don't sit behind the booth and like read a book and wait for people to approach. We don't, hang out with our computer and do work while we're waiting for people to come to the booth. We are standing at the table the whole time, saying hi to as many people walking by as we possibly can. If you're talking to someone, of course, you can't say hi to other people. But if there's no one at your booth, you are yelling across the aisle. Well, don't interrupt your neighbors. Don't steal from your neighbors. But you are yelling into the aisle, "Hey, how are you? How's it going today? Having a great day." Like, it is a constant. You are on constantly through the whole thing. Because if you are not on and you are not asking people how they're doing and how their day is going, there's less of a chance they're going to stop at your booth unless they really see something they like. So you got to pull those people in. You got to be on it. You got to be personable. You got to be talking to them constantly. If they see you sitting, unless you have to sit, that sometimes you have to sit. It's a long day. And some people do have to sit, and that's fine. But if they see you sitting and looking bored, they will automatically feel like your booth is boring. If you are bored of your own stuff, there's no reason for anyone else to come in. So you got to have that. You got to be amped up all day long, and you got to be on, and you got to be giving your best. You got to be answering those questions. You got to be showing people things. You got to be taking things off and putting things back on. And do you want to see this in the mirror? Here's this, try this on. You got to be doing it all day. It is exhausting, but you meet the best people. You get to network with people. You get to make new customers. You get to make new friends. You get to learn about people. And in those ways, it is some of the most amazing times you will have as a small business. So I know what it's like to do shows, and I know you're all probably, worn out after a show, but I'm glad you're all out there doing it. And like I said, we've talked about doing more of it, but it's because of that. Like, you can't be, you're like dead the next day. Like, whenever the show ends, that next day is like recuperation day. And even worse if you have to drive home the next day, or, you're driving to the next show the next day. It's a rough thing. It's a rough thing. Let's see who else. Let me catch up on some comments out here. Donna says, I do have several pieces in the show made with AG kits and beads. Did you show them in the design challenges group? Please do, Donna. Show them before you sell them. We want to see them. Karen is here. Hello, Karen. Just happy to be able to tune in. Glad you can tune in too. This one coming this Saturday, Donna says, will be my last one this year. Plus, I pulled a muscle in my left knee, so my son and his girlfriend are helping me set up and break down. That's good. It's always good when you can get more help, right? You can never have enough help at a show. Never, ever. Mary says, I am peopled out at the end of a show, and it usually takes a day to decompress. Exactly. It does. It really does. But like I said, it's also the people. If the show is busy enough, the people will give you that energy, right? You will have that energy, and you will be able to exude that energy and that love and that thankfulness and that gratitude through the whole show. But once it's done, it's time you need that time, right? Let's see here. Donna says, it's a lot of work. Plus, I worked our local voting polls on Tuesday. Thank you for doing that. I was up at 3:30 a.m. and had to be there at 6:30. But thanks to 2 extra poll workers, I was home before 8 p.m. Thank you for doing that. That's very, very important. Anne is here. Hello, Anne. Says, hello, AG Bead fam. Lora Lunsford Trunk Show. Woohoo! I know. There's going to be some good stuff tonight. Donna says, yeah, I helped a friend with a bead show in 2019, and that's how I met Lora Lunsford. Nice. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oops. The comments keep jumping. Let's see. Donna said, lost you. Uh-oh. I don't know why. Anyone else? Am I still here? I hope so. That was probably a long time ago. Our friend Spunky's here. I did a pet expo for German Shepherd Rescue, and it's exhausting. Yes, it is exhausting. It is. Shows are, exhilarating and exhausting all at the same time. Amy says, I've gone up to booths where something caught my eye and the vendor seemed uninterested in helping me. I left without purchasing anything. Yeah, that's what's, I am one of those people, when I walk into a store, I do have a hard time when multiple store staff are constantly like, do you need any help? If you need any help, let us know. How are you doing? If you need any help. But the opposite is also true. Like Amy said, if I go to a vendor booth and that vendor looks like they have no interest in helping me, I have no interest in buying. That's usually how it is. I'm not going to, I feel like the customer, for the most part, some people will ask you if you need help. You're like, I'm fine. I'll ask you if I need help. Some people don't like the chit chat. That's okay. But in general, you should always, I think, ask, right? Just, how's your day? If you need help, let me know. If you start feeling like that person's going to talk or chat them up. If you feel like they're closing down, it's okay. Sometimes people like to look on their own, but you got to open that communication up, right? You've got to start, because if I go to a booth and I'm looking at things, I might really love them. But if you don't seem interested in what you're selling and you don't look like you're interested in selling to me, I'm going to move on. I'm not going to try and like beg you to give me information about your products generally. Sometimes if I really fall in love with something, I might try hard, but it generally leaves a bad taste. So that's why Andrew and I, we've both always done this. I know even before we knew each other doing shows, I was always at the car shows like, how are you doing? What's going on? What can I help you with? and he's the same. And it's getting to know people, and we honestly want to get to know people. That's one of the reasons we're doing a show. So it doesn't, I think, come across as fake, because it's not fake. It's genuinely, we love to get to know people with these shows. But if you seem uninterested in your own product, that's not going to bring people to your booth. It's not going to make people want to buy stuff. If you're sitting there reading a book, or doing a crossword, or even answering emails, like sometimes you got to work during a show, and sometimes things come up. But the more, if you're doing that over a long period of time, if you're not like jumping up when somebody walks into the booth, at least that's not a good way to sell. I think it has not worked for us. I'll say that. Anytime, even if one of us goes to eat, usually we try and walk away from the booth to eat. We don't, sometimes you have to eat in the booth, and we'll sometimes duck below below the table to try and eat. But even sometimes when people just see you eating it, it makes people think you're uninterested in that. But of course, a lot of people, the more people do shows, the more they realize the vendors need to eat too. You need to eat at some point. Susan is here. Hello, Susan. Thanks for joining us. Susan says, late, my iPad block wasn't charging. Oh no. Hopefully it's working now. Hopefully it's working now. Donna says, the bead show I helped with was something else. We were so busy both days. I was exhausted when I got home. It can be, right? You can be filled with energy, and it's like that energy flows through you, and you are so excited to be there, and then whoosh, the energy goes out, right? And it's completely, you are drained of everything after that. It's like that energy from the people was propping you up for a few days, and then it's done, and you need decompression time. Vanessa says, I think you can tell if they want to engage. Usually, that's the thing though too, is sometimes I will think, I err toward the side of letting people just look. I will say hi, I will ask them how's their day, and if they're not really talkative right away, I usually let them just look. But Andrew is one, he will push a little bit more. He will ask more questions, and sometimes what I think would be somebody being like, oh, okay, but he gets them talking, and I don't know how he does it, because I don't do well doing that, but he gets them talking, and then sometimes we have the best conversations from the people that I would have assumed don't really want to talk, and it's pretty amazing. So sometimes, Vanessa, I think you can tell if they don't want to engage, or if they want to engage with you as the customers. But sometimes some people just need that extra push to realize that you're not just making small talk to make small talk, that you actually want to talk with them, and want to get to know them. And then some people just open up. Like, it's pretty amazing. Mary says, I usually have a story to tell about a piece and the beads in it. People find that fascinating for the most part. Yes, that's always a good, I think, default to come to is, and that's why when we sell you the beads, we try and tell you where they came from. Like on the lives, we'll say this is vintage Czech glass, or this is German, or this is Japanese. We try to make sure you at least know something about things. Because when you make your things, if you're making them to sell, you will have an easier time selling things if people know where they come from. And, that's part of our whole allegory. When you look up the definition of allegory, it's about revealing a hidden meaning in a story. And when you create jewelry, like when we have classes and we have people making jewelry, I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not. Okay, it went away. It's so weird. So when you create jewelry with us, you are picking things literally in the store from all over the world, right? Things come from all over the world, and each thing has its own story, right? Every bead has a story. whether it's hand cut somewhere, or whether it's just the place where it comes from and where it's traveled from, or sometimes it's its age, sometimes it's a combination of all these things. You are literally putting together a story every time you make something with us, right? So you are creating each piece of your necklace or each piece of your bracelet. Those beads are probably coming from a different part of the world or have a different story with them. And not only are you putting together that story, but you are putting together your personality, your story. Why did you pick those beads? Why were you attracted to those? Right? So it's not only the story of the beads, it's giving whoever's looking at this piece when it's finished, it's giving them a part of yourself. It's showing a part of yourself with every single thing you make. And we don't always think about that, because sometimes we're doing a show and we were pumping out jewelry as quickly as we can. We're not thinking too much about the design all the time, right? Some things are simple, some things are, just quick to make, and we make them repetitively. But to the person looking at that, there is something of the artist in every single piece. It tells a story. Why did you pick those beads? Oh, I like those beads because they were vintage and they were from Germany. And my family's from Germany and they came here, my great-grandparents came here. But you were drawn to those beads because of a personal story. So a bit of you and a bit of the story of the beads is in everything you make. And so that's why Allegory Gallery was the name we chose, because there's all of that tied into it. The hidden meaning in your story comes through those beads. And maybe no one ever knows. No one ever knows. If I made things, no one may know, looking at my stuff, that I love Czech glass because my family is from Czechoslovakia. My great-grandparents came to the US from Czechoslovakia. So I love Czech glass. They were from the Slovak side more, but it was all one at once, right? Czechoslovakia. And that's where they came from. So but you may not know that. And that's a hidden meaning inside my work. And so I think it's really interesting. And, being able to tell those stories, like Mary said, if you know the stories of the beads, and you also have personal anecdotes or personal stories to tell about why you chose them, it goes a long way into, helping to sell what you are creating. Hello, Amy. Thank you for tuning in. Anna is here. Hope everyone is having a decent Friday. You too, Anna. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Anna says, it's drummed into you when you've spent lots of time in sales. Yes, it should be. That's not always the case. I have worked in a lot of places and with a lot of people who should have known better. But a lot of times people don't say hi to people. People don't, they only say hi to people who walk into their booth. No, you say hi to everyone that walks by. If they're walking by, if they're talking to their friend and walking by, you still say, hey, how are y'all doing? Right? Loud enough, hopefully they hear you. Because you need, when you're at a show, a lot of times, and you probably know this if you shop shows, a lot of times you've got your blinders on. You are on a mission or you are overwhelmed, right? And sometimes you get lost in that. And if somebody yells, how are you doing? Or not yells, nicely, in a louder voice so that you can hear it, ask, how are you doing? And it breaks that, then you don't just walk by blindly in everything. And I think everyone has done that, right? Whether you are in a mall, whether you are in a city and walking by places and not really seeing it, and it shows. It's the same thing. You can walk by tons of booths and not even realize who you've walked by or what you've walked by because you've been talking or you've been just so focused on something else. Or if you're like me, you're an introvert a little bit more and it's too people-y. So you need to break their attention. You need to get their attention. You need to grab them in. So we always tell people, don't just say hi to the people who come to your booth, because how many people are going to walk in? Hopefully a good many, but how many people are going to walk by? A lot more. A lot more people are going to walk by your booth than are going to walk in generally. And your goal is to get them to walk in. And you can do that usually by asking them how their day is, or asking them a question, or complimenting something they're wearing. Give actual compliments, right? You like their earrings, tell them that. You like what they're wearing, tell them that. Don't be fake. But that's another way that you can get people to break their attention and get them to come in and start a conversation. Because once you can start a conversation with somebody, there's a better chance that you're going to make that sale. It's just true. It's just true, right? You know it. That's how when people talk to things and tell me all about their stuff and they're so excited about it, it makes you want their things. Oh, Facebook user. That looks like an Andrew right there. Facebook users, for some reason, today, Facebook's not working. So Facebook is only showing me Facebook user. I don't see a name. Like, see, there's Anna on YouTube. I can actually see her name. No, it's probably over here actually because my screen's backwards. But I can actually see her name. Facebook today, people have tried re-authenticating. So there's something between Facebook and StreamYard. But I know this is Andrew because he's like, I'm supposed to go to the cottage to work, but Gilbert is pinning me down. Better get to work, Andrew. No. Do what you need to do. You don't need to work. You want to sit with Gilbert? Sit with Gilbert. It's okay. It's okay. Hello, Dominion Movement. Thank you for joining us. So that's my talk today. We usually, if you don't hang out with us very often, we usually talk for the first 30 to 40 to 50 to 60 minutes and just hang out with y'all. And if y'all have questions, if y'all have comments, we try to find interesting things to talk about. We try to gather with our community virtually. This isn't like Zoom, so I can't see your faces, but I can see your comments. And that is where we take that from. So usually we try and come up with some kind of topic to talk about, but sometimes it's just, how's your day? And we go off on that. And that's how this started, right? Some people out there have some shows coming up, and I got on a kick talking about shows. You never know what's going to come up, but it's all about, hopefully we can share knowledge that we have with you, like with this show stuff. If you're just new to shows, hopefully something I said might have helped. Even if you've been doing shows, maybe something I said helped. And other people have chimed in and talked about things, and we riff off of that a little bit. And it's really just about creating that community space. People think about communities in person because you can see each other and you can gather together. But sometimes people forget that online can be a community, right? We've got the AG Bead fam here, and we have people from all over the world that tune in. And we hang out and we have fun together and we get to know each other, and it's amazing. So thank you for hanging out with us today. And thank you for joining us. And we go live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time every single weekday, Monday through Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We go live, and you can join us. Please do. Susan says, oh, the big event of my day, the hub's got a haircut. Nice, nice. We had a great time last night. I almost forgot to talk about that. We had a great time last night on our creative make-along. Now that is on Zoom, and we can see each other, which is even better. So we hung out last night from 7:30 until about, 9:30 or so? I think we did about 2 hours at least. And we hung out and we made things together. And the creative make-along, maybe it's a little bit of a misnomer. Kind of, maybe. We don't have a project that we all make along together, but we generally try and come up with a theme. Sometimes there's no theme, but yesterday there was a theme. It was Allegory Gallery kits and luxury bead blends. So if you had any of those, people that joined in took some of those and made some stuff with them. Some people made their own kit out of things they've gotten from us. Some people didn't get things from us and they still did their own things. It says almost 10 we signed off. So it was like 2.5 hours. And so, yeah, it's been, it was really nice. I got a quadruple wrap bracelet done, which I was pretty proud of. I think it came out really well. I was really happy with it. And I took it to the store to finish it because I didn't have, I couldn't find our cutters here. So I grabbed it and finished it at the store, and then I forgot to bring it home. But I did post it in the on my William Tries Things page. I have my own page where I try new things sometimes, and I post about them, and I talk about my pottery adventures and all that. So you can follow me, William Tries Things, on Facebook. I post on Facebook. I've been terrible about posting on Instagram. One of these days, it'll sink in that I need to do that. But it's there. I also posted some videos of it in the Design Challenges group and on my personal page on Facebook. I tried to share the whole post, but every time I shared it, it just shared that one video. I don't know why. So I shared one video in a lot of places instead of the whole post when I thought I was sharing the whole post. Vicky says you did a great job, William. Thank you so much. Michelle really liked it. Thank you. Thank you. Susan said it was gorgeous. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think that's Andrew. I basically just took some beads out and looked at them. Although there were multiple, it may not be Andrew because there are multiple people that did that, and that's okay. Sometimes that's all the further you get, right? Sometimes that's all the further you get. You get the beads out, you sort them a little bit, you look at them, and at least maybe you're making plans for next time. So that's good. Facebook user says, I will be ready next time. Good. Join us. Join us. It was a good event, says other Facebook user. Thank you. Like I said, Facebook's not working today. I can't see anybody's names. So if you're on YouTube, I can see you. Or if in your comments, if you're on Facebook, just put your name after it, and then I'll know who it is. If we need to know. I don't need to know, but it's nice if you know. They're a Facebook user. For some crazy reason, my YouTube and Facebook on my iPad is acting weird, so I'm on Facebook on my phone now. And we still can't see your name, unfortunately, right? Did mini movie, is it on YouTube anywhere? The Creative Make-Along? No. We used to broadcast those live in the Design Challenges group, but we have found that when it's live, fewer people join in. You know, because it's on Zoom, we say come as you are. A lot of times we're in our pajamas, you know, because we're getting ready, you know, after that, we're getting ready to end our night. So sometimes we get comfy and we get in our pajamas and we do it. But I don't mind, you know, I'm in my pajamas, people see whatever. But some people don't want to be seen by other people other than who are there. And so we do not stream them live anymore. So if you want to join in the Creative Make-Along, you've got to get on Zoom and you've got to join us there. That's the only place we do it. And so that's kind of something, you know, it's kind of a special little secret almost. Like it becomes kind of like this little club, right? Where you join the Creative Make-Along, we talk about things, and it's one of the times that we are together online, but we are not broadcasting live. So, you know, it's like what's in Creative Make-Along stays in Creative Make-Along, right? Which is kind of cool. It's a cool space, and it's a lot of fun. We often have a lot of fun. Let's see here. Anna says, I can definitely relate to just looking at beads, right? That's it. That's it. Facebook user says, love the bracelet you made, William. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. Laura is watching. Oh, good. Hello, Laura. Can't see anybody on Facebook, and Laura often comes on Facebook. So if you're out there, I don't know who you are. I can't tell. See, everybody is no, it's this way for you. Everybody is Facebook user today. Michelle had company yesterday and couldn't make it. Hopefully next time. Facebook user says, I found a trove of vintage Czech juices in an egg carton. Juices? What? What is that about? What is that about? Dominion, how do I join on Zoom? We'll give you the link. We always give the link out, usually the day of the Creative Make-Along. They only happen every so often. They are not something that happens regularly, although we're trying to change that. I would like to do a Creative Make-Along once a month, but we have not scheduled the next one yet. So you have to, we've been talking about it on the lives for weeks for this one. We planned it weeks ago. So we told everyone to mark their calendars. We talked about it on a bunch of lives. And whenever we plan the date for the next one, we'll do the same thing. And then we drop the live link, or we drop the link to the Creative Make-Along on Zoom on Facebook, and we also send out an email with the link. So yesterday I sent out an email with the link as well. So if you're on our email list, you got it. Let's see. Facebook users in North Carolina this weekend working on recovery in my hometown community. That's important. Thank you for doing that. Andrew said, I think that's it. I was going to post a picture of almost everyone holding cats, but didn't post it in case folks didn't want to be seen. That was Andrew. Yeah, we showed off a lot of our cats in the Creative Make-Along. That's a part of it too. We had a lot of cats join us in the Creative Make-Along yesterday. So we got to meet a lot of people's cats or visit them with them again. That's often a theme in the Creative Make-Alongs, is that people's cats get to be seen. So get to know everyone's cats, right? Juicy beads. I was like, what kind of juice are you finding in egg cartons? Juicy beads. Juicy beads are always good. Always good, right? Oh, there's Angela said, love the comfort of the event. Tech had me nervous. Don't get nervous. I wish I would have known that. We would have been told you, don't get nervous. People do often get nervous, though, the first time or first few times they join a Creative Make-Along, because it is on Zoom, and you don't have to show your face. You can blank it out, but it's nice when other people can see you and you can see other people. And it's kind of more fun when people can get to see each other and you put names with faces. And but some people do, they're a little bit shy about it, especially if you're not like we are so used to going live. You could turn a camera on me pretty much at any point and I can go, okay, let's go, let's talk about this. But we're just used to that, right? And it doesn't hurt that I pretty much talk to y'all like I would talk to myself. So I can pretty much pretend I'm practically talking to myself and just doing this. And there's like, I'm talking to a phone, but I'm trying, like, do I actually think, I think about you all out there, but I don't think about you like out on like sitting in a theater looking at me. It's just kind of, it's different. I don't know why. I don't have a ton of problems with public speaking. I took public speaking classes in college. So I'm kind of okay with that too. So this isn't a big deal to me. I got cat hair. See, and I tell you everything too. But I understand that some people do get weird about it. Especially if you didn't do your hair that day, or, you are in your pajamas, but we're such a close-knit community here. Like the AG Bead fam, the more you get to know us, the more you realize that we are very close and very kind. And that's what we're very supportive. It's a very kind, you're all a very kind group of people. And so, we are very much a be who you are kind of group, right? Be yourself, be who you are, and let's hang out together. And that's kind of the way we are in person. That's the way we are online. And so I think hopefully, Angela, you got that feeling. And next time when you join it, you'll be a little bit less nervous. And some people just aren't used to the tech too. So I don't know if it was the tech itself or the fact that you had a camera on you the whole time. Both of those things can make people nervous. But with us, you don't have to be. Nobody's going to laugh at you if you don't have your hair did just right, or like I said, you're wearing pajamas. There's no making fun of anybody in the AG Bead fam. We don't do that. We don't go and talk about you behind your back, and we don't do that. That's not a thing. So that's one of the nicest things about this community that we've created here, and you've all helped to create and are part of, is that even on Zoom, most people who join feel very comfortable and feel very invited, and getting over the self-conscious part of it is usually pretty easy because people are so nice. Charlie says, I like seeing people's faces, especially since I'm the only on Instagram and only hear names. Yeah, that's the same as all of this generally. I mean, we do have people out there on Instagram too, but if you are on Facebook, or on Facebook, you will see people's faces sometimes. But some of your faces I have never seen until we got on like the Creative Make-Alongs and things. It's the first time I've ever put a face to a name. And it's great. I love it. in my head, every time I ship a package or we have a customer, if it's somebody that's repeating, in my head, I have an idea of what you look like. I just create a persona for you, and that's what you look like. And 99% of the time, I am completely off, just so y'all know. Um, and it's great. I love it. I love being surprised by it because, like I said, it's one thing to just, you created this persona in your mind of what this person is, and then you see them in person, and it's like, well, that's different. That's great. And I love that. So I'm glad when people do hang out with us. I'm glad when people do hang out. Let's see here. Oh, Laura is the one in North Carolina. Nice. Nice. So that was Laura. So that's in North Carolina this weekend, working recovery in my hometown community. Awesome. Awesome. Well, if you can't be here for the live, I get it. If you can't stay. But we appreciate you checking in, and thank you for what you're doing. Phil the Kitten enjoyed his cameo appearance. Yeah, we got a lot of kittens joining us. Someone says, I don't like to do the Zoom meetings, but they're fun to watch. Yeah, that's what we did, stream them live, like I said, and people used to just watch and be on Facebook. But some people, it stops some people from joining because they don't want to be streamed live, and we get that. And another thing, it's kind of not fair, right? It's kind of not fair in some ways that some people will join and, put themselves out there and join on there, and then some people are still on Facebook or whatever, and that's not necessarily the biggest part. The biggest part is that some people just don't want to be streaming, and we get that, and we don't want to force anybody to do that, but we want a good group of people for the make along, so we stopped streaming them live, and I get that, but it is it's one of those things. If everyone comes on, like I said, you can still come on the Zoom and you can blank out your face, and that's okay. Nobody says anything about it. In fact, Charlie did it, and we just assumed Charlie had their face blanked out, and didn't even realize that it was a glitch. He wasn't trying to do it, but we went through most of the live, I think, or not the live, most of the make along with her face blanked out, and we only came to a point where we were talking about showing something, and she's like, I am showing it. We're like, we actually can't see you and haven't been able to see you this whole time. So it's okay if you come to the Zooms and you blank out your face, but it's also a lot of fun to get to know people and see them. Let's see. Lighting is great in my space, but time change and rain were a mess. I get that. I think that's Andrew. I say bad words in real life, so I censor myself a little for y'all. Yeah. He does. Donna says, my YouTube is back. Nice. Hooray. Barbara is here, just popping on to lurk and say hi. Hello, Barbara. Thank you for joining us. Hello. Everyone's saying hi to Barbara. And my comments keep jumping. It's making me a little bit crazy today. Something's going on. I can't see anybody on Facebook's names, and my comments are really jumping more than usual today. Laura is here. Hello, Laura. Thank you so much. Facebook. Oh, that's Andrew, right? Says, I've known Susan for almost 20 years and only just found out what she looks like. In the old days, I even thought her name was Bootsy, right? It's true. If we don't see you at a show, there's pretty much no other time, right? We're unless you live near us or you make the trip, or we see you at a show, there's no way we know what you look like generally, unless you show your face on Facebook, which not everyone does. A lot of people actually don't. So a lot of people we have known for years and don't know what you look like. And then you jump on a creative make along with us and we're like, aha, now we know what you look like. And I love that. Charlie says, tech is an enemy some days. It's very helpful some days, but it's also not some days. Hey, Jen joined us over on Instagram. If you're still over there, Jen, Jen with the giggly gypsy. I haven't talked to Jen in so long. We've both been so busy. Da, 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 da. Let's see here. What else is going on? Whoops. Anna says, we use MS Teams at work, and it's past my tech capacity, although I am learning. I think I've tried Teams before. You know, this is so wild. Like, before, when the pandemic first started, I think we were one of the first bead companies to try the whole virtual thing. We tried to have virtual beading classes. We tried to do these lives through things like Zoom and Teams, where everybody could see everybody's face. And at that point, so many people just had no clue how to use these programs. Even I was learning a lot of them. Teams was one that I had never used and I was trying to learn. There was another one too, Zoom, Teams, and something else. And we were trying to learn it and trying to use it. I forget what it was. It's a big one, or was a big one. It kind of fell off the... I'm not going to get it. It'll come to me at some point, or somebody will say it. But we were trying all these things, and just nobody knew how to use them yet. It is funny, you know, like the pandemic was totally awful, but after that, a lot of people now know how to use tech, right? Have figured out how to use Skype. That was the other one. And a lot of people have figured out how to use this stuff, and now we are able to do this. And we have been streaming almost pretty much 5 days a week for the past almost four years, 3.5 years. We've been streaming almost every weekday here at Allegory Gallery. And we were trying, like I said, we tried to do the virtual classes together. And when the pandemic first started, one of the first things I did was saying, we're going to have virtual classes. We're going to hang out. We tried Skype. We tried Zoom. People just didn't get it at that point. And so we kind of gave up on that. And I wish we'd have kept going because I think that could have been something that could have grown a lot more. But it was something that was not well known. And like I said, now people use these things all the time and have no problem with them. But also the software companies and the businesses have made them easier to use. That's another thing. They've made them bigger. They've made them more dependable. We tried to use Skype for a beading class. The locals we tried to get them to test it out. And even with like 5 to 10 people, it was like not great. The signal was not great. It didn't hold up very well. People couldn't hear each other very well. And that had nothing to do with their devices. It was just it was not made for that. It wasn't made for that many people all the time. And so a lot of these things have been kind of beefed up and really made better. Michelle says, our company is here a lot. Next time she is here, going to ask her if she won't mind me being caught on Zoom, right? Yeah. We gave you the dates. You knew the dates. I know. It's weird with company, right? Let's see here. Got some spam coming in I got to get rid of. Amy said spammer. Yeah, thank you. Sometimes I don't get up to the comments yet. So if they're there again, I will be dismissing the spammers. Let's see here. Facebook user says MS Teams has an hour limit, I think. It might be. It might be. Let's see. Oh, Susan says, that's funny, Andrew. Rito made a pre-haircut appearance. If I could choose my appearance, I'd look like a young Catherine Deneuve. Don't want to change yourself. Everybody's great as they are. Anne says Skype. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we had a troll spammer at hand. Sorry, I wasn't down far enough in the comments to know when they did it. Vicky tried blocking him. Good, good, good. Report him. That's right. Report, and then I can get rid of the troll usually once I see it. Once I see it. Anna says it's easier until I try to plug in a headset at a different workstation, right? That's right. Yeah, that person should be gone. I banned them from the channel, from the main channel. At least that's what it's supposed to be. Sometimes they come back. There have been times we've had like one spammer, they just keep creating new names or logging into new accounts and keep coming back. So I'll try and keep up with the comments here a little bit more. I was lagging behind, but I like to talk with you all about what you're saying, and sometimes I gotta pause the comments to get them caught up. And it says, think that they get enough complaints, they will get rid of them. Sometimes, usually I have to ban them. So that's what I do. I ban people. So yeah. We ban people who are troublemakers, who are trying to spread pornography on our comments, who are talking politics on our comments, who are talking religion on our comments. We stay away from things that could be very divisive, and we don't allow that. And our people know that. And if it's somebody that we think might be a real person, you know, who's really interested in beads and stuff, we'll let them know generally, not just ban them outright. But you can tell when they're spammers. They usually come on with these grandiose whole paragraphs, and so we get rid of them. Yep. Anna says, yes, different IDs, troublemakers. I know. Hello, Amanda. Thank you for joining in. So let's get this party of a trunk show started. Let me get into my inbox here. That's the wrong inbox. Let me get in here, get rid of some old emails, and let's show you some of Laura's stuff. Vicky says, you can't be everywhere. I'll know next time to block or to report before I block them. Yeah, if you block them, they just get blocked from you. They don't necessarily get blocked from our channel. So you got to report them first, and then you can block them. But if you block them first, then you can't report them, I think is how it works. So, and it doesn't block them from our channel. It blocks them from you seeing them and them seeing you. It's a mutual kind of block. But when I do it, I can ban them from here. Thankfully, StreamYard gives us the ability to ban through StreamYard. I don't have to log into our YouTube account, but I can ban them right from here, which is really nice. And it's usually pretty quick, unless they come back with like a different screen name and a different screen name and a different screen name. Then it happens often. But that doesn't happen too often to us, thankfully. Knock on wood, knock on real wood. You know, we're not some huge channel that's getting that all the time, thankfully. Amy's saying, how many items today? So if you missed this, we're splitting this trunk show up into 2 days, today and Monday. There are approximately 70 some items, I think, that Laura sent us, if I counted correctly. We're going to do, I'm going to say we're going to do, let's do 40 today. We're going to do 40 today. 30 to 40. We'll see. We'll hit 30 and we'll see where we are and how y'all feel. But we'll probably do 40 today. That'll give us about 30 some to do on Monday. And I think that's a good number each day. We've been doing 40 lately anyway. Sorry if I'm like, I keep rubbing my ear. You're probably seeing me like rubbing. This ear hasn't popped from when I came home over the mountain. The drive from Johnstown is over a very large, for us, mountain. And my ears usually pop like 3 different spaces down that mountain and up that mountain. And it still hasn't popped. And it's making me a little bit crazy. I can feel it. Like, you ever have that when your ear doesn't pop and it kind of echoes and it feels like it's echoing through your sinus cavity? Maybe that's just me, but that's what it feels like. So I can like hear myself echoing in my own brain, or my own head, and it's very annoying. So that's why if you see me tugging at my ear, that's what I'm doing. Trying to motivate it to pop. It's not working. Let's see here. Let me flip this camera. There we go. Facebook user says you can also time out someone once someone got all fired up and I just timed them out until they settled down and talked with them off camera. Yes, I can do that. I can put a user in time out. Oops, thought maybe you were sending secret messages. I get that feeling with migraines. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. But yeah, I can put a user in timeout, which I don't usually have to do very often. That we use less than probably anything, I would say, unless Andrew's out there timing out people. I don't think so, but we can do that too. All right, so here's how this all works. If you don't know, in order to purchase from us, you must send us an email. There are no exceptions to this rule. You must send us an email. If that's not okay with you, I'm sorry. If that's too much, I'm sorry, but that's the only way we accept claims. We are going to put a slip like this down. It has a lot number. These lots are LL lots for Lora Lunsford. LL1, for example. If you would like to purchase LL1, you put that in the subject line of an email. That's the easiest way to do it. Put it in the subject line, because most email clients will either warn you or not allow you to send an email without a subject. But if there's nothing in the body of your email, they don't care. They don't care, as long as there's something in the subject line. So put LL1 in the subject line of an email. Send that email to info@allegorygallery.com. We are allegorygallery.com. If you send it to allegory.com, no one here will know you sent it. And those people at allegory.com are going to be like, why are more people sending us these weird cryptic messages with no subject or with no bodies in their email? I don't know who owns allegory.com, but they probably get some weird emails a lot of times. They don't understand what's going on. So info@allegorygallery.com. Please, please, please send a new email each time. I know it's very tempting to go into your sent folder and just go back to the last email you sent and hit reply and send a new one. That's a way that you can reply to old emails, send a new email to somebody. But that doesn't work on our end, because what happens is it uses the same kind of whatever it codes that email by. It groups all of those emails together. And when they're all grouped together, we get them at the very end of the show, which means as I go through the timeline of our email inbox, all of your stuff just floated to the top with the very last email you sent, whatever the last one was, and you've missed everything, because I will go through and I go timestamp order. So if yours are out of order because they're all grouped together at the top, you'll miss out on things. So send a new email each time, address it to info@allegorygallery.com, and then make sure that this LL1, for example, whatever lot number you want, is in the subject line. Easy, easy, easy. Anna says, I just put you into contacts and it's super easy as I start writing the info app. That's the best way to do it. Some people don't understand how to use the contacts in their contacts or their address book, but that is the easiest way. If you know how to do that, put us in your contacts and it should address it practically for you. I started with this one today because it's one of my very, very favorites. Vanessa dozed off for a bit. Am I that boring, Vanessa? I'm that boring that you dozed off? Try not to be too boring. So LL1 is this. You get the silk ribbon with it. These are river stones from the Laurel River in Hot Springs, North Carolina, before the flood. Vanessa says, no, I've been sick. I'm sorry you've been sick. I was just joking too. I know it's not me. I'm fabulous. It's not me, right? No, but I'm sorry you've been sick. Anne says, your voice is that relaxing, right? I've been told I have a radio voice. I don't know. Is that relaxing? But this is one of my very favorite pieces of this new collection we have today from Lora. And if you don't know what Lora's work is, she does a lot of the soft soldering and combines stones and has some beautiful stones. I don't know where she gets her stones, but she gets beautiful stones and she puts them together in amazing ways. And sometimes they're crystals. You'll see. You'll see. There's lots of good stuff tonight. But I love this. You know, I think sometimes found objects and sometimes what seem like kind of the plainest of things can be kind of the most unique and beautiful. And I feel like this stone, these two stones, they're river stones, right? They're just river rocks. But look how beautiful they are. Look how, I just love that. Let me get my other light too, by the way, because I feel like there's not the right light on. There we go. There we go. So this is LL1. It is $48. There is only one. You can use it with the silk if you want, or there's a jump ring on here as well. And then there's this bell as well. The river rock from Laurel River in Hot Springs, North Carolina, says Laura. Thank you. Yeah, these are beautiful. And this is, I love it. I started the show with this because it is my favorite piece. Vanessa says, I've taken 2 COVID tests. It's not COVID. Sinus infection. Get them bad when the weather changes. Sometimes goes to bronchitis and more. Hopefully it ends there where you are. Hopefully you feel better soon. Andrew has severe sinus stuff that happens every time the weather changes. Like literally, he's like a barometer. He will tell you if it's going to rain more accurately, usually, than the weather apps. Andrew's sinuses are more accurate than any weather app we have. Let's see here. What's next? Ooh. Okay, so Lora sometimes has these amazing vintage glass grape clusters that she takes the grapes out of the cluster and makes these beautiful pendants. And this is a vintage glass grape from a vintage glass grape cluster. And it is only $28. LL2, and it is beautiful, beautiful. Look at, oh, I should have, I don't have the pennies here. There's a penny, there's a penny, and I don't know if I have, I don't know where, I keep losing the ruler. Where did I put it? I just cleaned it. Of course, we cleaned everything up for the Creative Make-Along last night. I thought I just set the ruler aside. I tried not to lose it again, but I did. Okay, well, sorry everybody, I don't have the ruler, so the penny's going to have to do today. If you need a particular measurement, I do have these, my calipers, but I'm not gonna measure everything because that takes a long time. But if you do like, and you can kind of see, right? That's my hand. You kind of see it there. If you do want a size of something, let me know. Let me know, and I can get you that. But I love these vintage glass grape cluster grapes, LL2. LL1 and LL2 are still available, it looks like. If you'd like to purchase, send us an email, info@allegorygallery.com. And remember, when Allegory Gallery, when we do a trunk show, you are not helping just us as a small business, you are helping another artist maker as well. So we each get a little portion of this, and you are helping 2 small businesses in one when you hang out and when you purchase from these videos, these trunk shows that we do. LL3. These are these mushroom stamps. What you seek is seeking you. And no good thing ever dies. Seek, it says. I love this one. And then this is the back. So this is a soldered pendant with the glass over the stamps. I love this one. Just what you seek is seeking you. And it says, and no good thing ever dies. Seek. And there it is with the penny. And that's LL3, $28. Lora gives amazing prices for what you get. Her pieces are beautiful. They're all handmade, hand soldered, handmade, put together, designed by Lora. And that was like $28. That's crazy. And LL3 has sold. Thank you so much. LL4 coming up. LL4 is another one of these stamps in this size. And it has bees. And this one's in German. Deutsche Bundespost Berlin, it says on that side. And then für die Jugend. Für die Jugend. Don't know what that means. I don't remember much German. Service postage. So it has the bee on one side, and it has the dragonfly and flowers on the other. There it is. LL4. I really do wish I could find the ruler. There it is. That's why I can't find it. It fell on the floor. One moment. I definitely didn't put it there. It must have. I knew where it was on the desk. It fell off that part of the desk. All right. There we go. Now we have a better idea. So this is about 1 3/8 by about 1 inch. But there, we'll move that up there so you can kind of see how big things are. Better. Makes me feel better. I don't know if y'all cared or not, but most people just want to see the penny. As long as they see the penny, it's fine. There's pennies in a lot of currencies, especially the people who watch us, so they generally have an idea. Most pennies are generally about the same size in many countries around us. LL5. This is a crystal. Beautiful blue crystal. Lora does these crystals. These often come from like chandeliers or chandelier. And this is a beautiful blue crystal. And that is about 1 3/4 inches by about 1 inch. Donna says, I have one of her stamp pendants that has butterflies on one side and mushrooms on the other side. It's really cool. Yeah, those are really cool. And we got a number of them this time. Lora sent us a bunch of those kind of stamp-like ones, some with mushrooms, some with other things, insects and things. So hopefully y'all like those. I hope so. I like them. I like them a lot. All right. LL6 coming up. LL6. Crystal chandelier component. Look at that. This, I think, is the first time I've ever seen Lora do them this way. With the big bail and the solder down, kind of, overlapping the shape of the crystal. This is really cool. Such a beautiful piece. This is a real crystal. And this is about 3 inches. by about 2 inches. Look at how clear that is. And LL6 has just sold. Thank you so much. Only $22. That's a steal. I told you, Lora's prices, you are not going to find the same quality and the same style anywhere else for that kind of price. I mean, you're not going to find that anyway, most likely, but she gives you the good prices. With the trunk shows, our artisans set the prices, and Lora gives you amazing prices. Next one, LL7, $22. This is a beautiful piece of picture jasper. And these are just the tags. These come off. So Lora often does a bail and then gives you a jump ring as well with it. It's a beautiful piece of picture jasper. It is flat on the back, so that helps it lay, right, if you're using it. I mean, the bell itself would do that, but this is just so pretty. And overall, this is about 2 1/4 inches. And the bell on top is about 1 inch wide. But look, Lora uses great stones too. When you take a look at her stones, they are beautiful. Look at the patterns in that. Look how beautiful that is. That as a cab could be nearly that price without all the work that Lora puts in to do the soldering and putting these together and designing them. But it is beautiful. That's a beautiful quality stone. Picture jasper, $22. LL7. Vanessa, the answer to your question is yes. All right, LL8. LL8. This is a nice one. This is a nice one. Oops. Oops. This is a crystal with goldstone. Beautiful crystal. This is 3 5/8 approximately by the bail is 2 inches. Look at that. And look at that goldstone sparkle. Beautiful giant hunk of crystal. $48. And you do get the silk ribbon on that. If you want to use that, you can. Amanda says picture jasper is grounding. Good. I like that. I don't know all the stones. Whoops. I just slid that up. I don't know all the stones and all their properties, so it's good to know. That's good to know. LL8, beautiful piece. Looks like the key to a magic place, says Dominion Movement, right? Super cool, beautiful piece. LL8, $48. And remember, there's only one of each of these available. Only one of each available. So first come, first serve. And by the way, when we have a trunk show, we generally keep the trunk show for about 2 weeks or so, and then it goes away. So you do have to get these quickly if you want them. These are not something you can ever ask us later if we still have, because we will not still have them. We will not. After about 2 weeks, they go back to the artist. All right, this is LL9. LL9. These are butterfly wings. Butterfly wings. Set in a crystal. LL9, $24. This is about 2 1/4 inches by about an inch. LL9, $24. All right. LL10. LL10. This is a fairy bottle, and these do generally open. Let's see if I can do it on camera. They do open. You can use them. And this is $18 only. You can put whatever you want in there. Sometimes Laura has sent us some with seeds in there or flowers in there. You can put whatever you want in the fairy bottle, and they do stay nice and sealed shut. And this is about 3 inches by about 3/4 of an inch. Nice bottle. Make your own pendant, design it. You could put sand in there, you could put stones in there, you could put crystals in there, you could do a mix of everything in there. I would love to see. We've sold a number of these. Laura usually sends at least a few of these with every show, but I have never yet seen anybody show us what they put in the bottles. So I would, if you've ever gotten any of these from us, and Laura, please, in the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group on Facebook, please show us. I'd love to see it. Ooh, the next one's really pretty. This one, I believe this is a hand-carved jade. Beautiful hand-carved jade stone set in a pendant. Love this. This one's about 2 1/2 inches by about 1 3/8. And it says, I've seen people use it to save things from a vacation. Those fairy bottles, that would be great. Yeah, go on vacation, right? Save a little bit of dirt, save a little bit of sand, save some seashells or rocks. We always collect things when we go on vacation too. Make a little time capsule for yourself from your vacation. LL11, $32. Whoops. And whatever doesn't sell, I will be taking pictures of and putting in a Facebook album so that y'all can see there as well. And usually I try and go through nightly an invoice. So after today's, I will go through an invoice, and then what doesn't sell, I'll try and get pictures of if I have time tomorrow while I'm at the store. These always do really, really well. This is the Moon Goddesses. These always usually sell out. This is Dalmatian jasper and onyx in a moon goddess shape. And this comes on the silk string. If you don't want the silk, you can let us know. It's no addition to the price. These aren't priced up because it has the silk or not. It's just an added bonus that she puts on some of her larger pieces. But this is $48, and it's a moon goddess, Dalmatian jasper, and onyx. Amanda says, I made a whole bunch of little jars filled with found things that I imagined a fairy would find. I even made a tiny diamond ring to go inside. That's cute. That's really cute. I love these. $48 only. LL12. Moon Goddess. Beautiful set cabochon. Actually, that was probably a pendant originally. And then the Dalmatian jasper cab put together to create beautiful, beautiful piece. I love these. I think we've only gotten 2 of the moon goddesses this time. So if you like them, grab them. LL12, $48. Put this back in the bag. So unique, says Dominion Movement. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Very unique pieces. LL13. This one, so great. This is a labradorite goddess. Look, I told you, she gets these beautiful things. Look at that labradorite stone, carved stone goddess. Beautiful labradorite flash on that. And then she set this as a pendant. $28, LL13. Susan says, amazing labradorite goddess, right? It's about 1.5 inches, well, 1 3/4 inches with the bail. And at the widest part, it's about 5/8 of an inch. That's a smaller one and priced really, really well. LL13. And that one has sold. Thank you so much. So far we have sold 3, 6, and 13. All the others are still available. If you're interested, send us an email. LL14 is another one of the butterfly wing pendants. It's another butterfly wing pendant, $24. LL14, and this one is approximately 2 3/4 inches. No, not 2 3/4, 2 3/8. About 2 3/8 inches by about 15/16. And get really down there, almost an inch. LL14, only $24. LL15, these are usually very quick to sell out. These are another one of these crystals. And this is a connector. These are vintage crystals. So you see that metallic vintage kind of mercury glass kind of finish on there. And this is a connector. So these are great for like leather bracelets. Use them for men's bracelets, women's bracelets, either one. They're great like that. They're also great to daisy chain into something else. So you can use them, put something up here, put something down here, make them into a component in a necklace, or they can be a pendant in a necklace, and you can dangle something from it, some more crystals or a tassel. LL15, $15. Facebook user says, I worked with one of the crystal connectors today. Nice. Nice. So LL15, $15. Next up, LL16 is another crystal. This time it's a pendant in a kind of purpley, I'm going to say it's a purple color. Let me see. The blue is coming through. It looks purpley blue. It's taking on the blue background, which is actually really pretty. You could layer that with something blue. It'd be actually really nice. It's more of a pinky purple. LL16. It's only $15. And this one is about 1 5/8 by about 7/8. Beautiful crystal. LL16. What do y'all think of these so far? You like them? How's everybody doing out there? We're going to go to, I think, 40, I said tonight. And then on Monday, we will continue with the rest. I think there are 70 some that we were sent. So we will continue with them on Monday. Sorry, if you're at Facebook just tuning in at work. We're only seeing Facebook user tonight, so I don't know who you are. All Facebook people are not coming through with names, even when they re-authenticate with StreamYard and Facebook. So I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, but thank you for tuning in. Dominion loves them. Anna says they are beautiful. They are. This is a mega beautiful. Oh, so good. Wait till you see it. Let me get it unwrapped here. Whew, this one is pretty. This is an amethyst druzy. Let me get this tag out of the way here. Amethyst druzy. It comes with the silk. But look at this pendant. Look at that. This is a mega piece of beautiful amethyst. Fully soft soldered in there for you. Gorgeous piece. Check that out. We've sold LL15. Thank you so much. LL17 is the look how big that is. And it is stunning. This is a very high quality piece of amethyst. Sometimes they're light in color. This is so dark in color. I don't know if it's coming through. It's almost coming through like black on my screen. It's so dark purple. It's really pretty. It's about a 4-inch pendant, and at the widest about 2 inches. Let's look at this. Let me see here. Look at that. Stunning piece of work right there. Gorgeous component, gorgeous pendant. That could be its own necklace. You could just use the silk on there, and that would be its own done necklace. $62. That's a deal. LL17. And remember, as I said, when you buy from our trunk shows, this is a trunk show. When you buy from our trunk shows, you not only help us, but you are helping the artist as well. Donna says, holy moly, that is a chunk of amethyst. Yes, it is. Stunning. Only one of those, by the way. There are not any more of those in the trunk show. So if you like that, don't wait for like, is the next one going to be nicer? There's only one. That's it. Beautiful. He says, remind me of beautiful amethyst at the Natural History Smithsonian. Yeah, right? It's gorgeous. It's a quality piece. That's the thing with Lora. She uses super high quality gemstones. They are beautiful always. It's a piece of jasper. Just a nice little pendant. And it is just about 1.25 inches by about 1.5 inches. Really just beautiful piece of jasper set. . And what I love is you can usually see oftentimes the back of the stones. Like you can tell this one shows off the stone a little more on this side, so that would be what I would consider the front. But maybe you like that gunmetal look, so maybe you would use that one. You can use whichever side, but if it is a pendant and it does flip-flop around on you, it looks good either way. And it says LL18 has such a nice pattern. It does, right? Look at that. Don't sleep on the jaspers, y'all. Jaspers are pretty, pretty stones. LL18. Next up, LL19, of course. Here's another one of these beautiful stamp pendants. This one is Flora. Not quite sure what kind of flora that is. It's some kind of seed pod looking plant. No, maybe it's just unfurling the leaves, it looks like. And then we have this one on this side, which is that elm? I don't know. It has this little do elm have the little round leaves like that? Whatever that is, it's really pretty. Annis is very nice for gender neutral jewelry. A lot of these are. That's what I really like too, is that, you know, I have worn pieces easily from Laura's collection. I've made pendants and necklaces and things with her collection, with her pieces. And I've worn them, and then a woman came in and bought it right pretty much off of me. So they are a lot of these very gender neutral. Like, you know, many guys would love plant life just as much as women do, right? Or vice versa. Gender neutral, really cool stuff. Donna says, I have a pendant that Laura made that has a huge labradorite cab with a bee on the bail. The labradorite cab has some incredible flash. I remember that one. That was a nice, nice, nice piece. Botanical items are a good thing to use for this, says the mini movement. Yep. Gender neutral. Who doesn't love botanicals, right? And mushrooms and plants and bees and insects. You know, everybody knows some people who like the shrooms, right? Shroomy people. There you go. There's another one. This one says Bernard & Co. Something Wall Street. Casa de Moneda, 1932 East Brigapint. It says, have a good trip. He's got a mushroom. It says, have a good trip. Super cool. 2 different kinds of mushrooms on there. I think that's really fun. I'm sure we know somebody who would like that pendant, right? I like that pendant. I think it's funny. LL20, $28 only. Have a good trip. Whether it's a stamp, it's made in the shape of a stamp. It could be an old stamp of some sort. Whether your postage is having a good trip, or you're having a good trip, or the friend you're giving that to is having a good trip. Either way, that's a cool pendant. I like it a lot. LL21. LL21. Here we have Vietnam. And I can't read any of that. But we have these birds on one side. Whoops. These birds on one side. Magyar post. And that bird, that woodpecker on that side. I don't know what kind of bird that is. We got a woodpecker on that side. 2 different stamps. LL21, $28. Again, if you have any questions, I'm not doing sizes on everything, but if you do have questions on size, please let me know. I can give you a better idea of what the size is. LL22. All right. Here's another one of these fantastic grapes from the grape cluster, the vintage glass. I love this one. If it doesn't sell, I might keep this one. I just love the color. It's like a yellow, almost a yellow-green color. And I love how glassy, I know it's glass, but it's just so fun. And you can see how that was part of a grape cluster, the old vintage grape clusters. There are a bunch of these together. And she pulled out each one from a cluster and then set it. And I just think that's fantastic. This is about 3.5 inches by about 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches. But that's just special. Like that, you're not going to find, like, where else are you going to find a vintage grape cluster grape as a pendant? Laura's got them for you. And I know these are generally very good sellers for her. She was very excited to tell me that she got more of these. So if people don't grab it, you're crazy. You're crazy. No, but it is very cool. Vintage pull glass. $28 only. LL22. What a pretty sun catcher ornament that would be, says Anna. Yeah, absolutely would. Hang that in the window. That'd be a great gift. Put it on some silk or polyester strand or anything really and hang it from a window. It'd be beautiful. That's a good gift. Even if it's not a pendant, I'm going to make it into a pendant probably, but if someone doesn't get it. Next up is this awesome piece of sodalite. LL23, $15 only. This is a connector, a sodalite connector. Both sides of this, it's truly deep, deep blue. Look at this. Deep, deep blue sodalite. Beautiful color in that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. LL23, $15. Anna says, for the person who has everything and loves beauty, right? Yeah, a lot of these are for the, like, you try, you know, sometimes it's hard to buy for your jewelry making friends because you don't know what they do or don't have. The nice thing about these artisan things is a lot of, they're not going to have these, right? A lot of these are one of a kind. A lot of the, and they're all handmade. They're all technically one of a kind because, you know, they're all handmade, but, you know, sometimes there are multiple crystals or, but most likely people aren't going to have these. Like this, where are you going to find this? This is a piece of ceramic. Look how beautiful that is. Piece of ceramic. You can see on the back, it was a ceramic tile of some sort. But you know, I do ceramics now, and I am totally into this. I love this. It kind of has that look of a jasper, right? But it's ceramic, and it's the glaze. And this is a nice smaller size one. This is about 1 inch and 5/8. 1 inch and 5/8 by about 1 inch. Let's see. In millimeters, about 27.5 by 38.5 or so with the bail. LL24, $15. And LL24 has just sold. Thank you so much. We appreciate the support. Laura appreciates the support as well. Laura's helping with cleanup this weekend. North Carolina.
A lot of work to do, I know, down there. We have so many friends down there having a hard time. I think Andrew's getting ready to host another auction as well. I know he's getting that ready. I don't think it's debuted yet. So keep an eye out for that too. I don't know if he's talked about it yet or not. I think he's working on it. Here's another one of these crystals. This is one of the connectors, one of the more purpley, pinky kind of connectors. And just so you can see that size, like on my wrist, it would be like that on my wrist. I could totally use that as a bracelet if it was in in leather or chain. That would fit on me as a bracelet. It's the main component. It's like no bigger than watches usually, right? Or it could be a pendant, or it could be just a kind of bead in a necklace, making a really funky necklace. That would be cool. Or if your necklace is all the same and this is the only change, if it's off to the side, that could be more impactful sometimes than it hanging as a pendant. LL25, $15 only. LL26 coming up. This is another one of these beautiful stamp pendants. So there's one side. I have to kind of hold these off to the side so you can see without too much glare, because these lights are strong. And this is the other side. It says Love Song, Last Dance, Butterfly, Extravagant Hopes. So Love Song, Extravagant Hopes, Butterfly, and Last Dance on there. Cuba stamp. There's this one. I don't know where that stamp's from. LL26. Okay, let's see here. LL27. Is another mushroom stamp. This one says mushroom border. It says stay by my side. It says dance the night away on that side. And this one says peekaboo. Peekaboo on that side. LL26 has sold. Thank you so much. And these ones, let me give you a size on this, just so you have an approximate size. About 1 3/4 by about an inch. 1 3/4 by about an inch. LL27, $28. Let's see, LL28. LL28. This is from Vietnam. 9th International Scientific Congress on the Call. This is, again, what you seek is seeking you. It ties in with that other one we had. And from Cuba, fancy. Everything old can be new again, it says. Susan says, I love everything Lora does, but I really adore the word art pendants. Me too. Right? Because they're so fun. And they're so interesting. LL28, only $28. I'm going to set that there for a moment. I'm going to get a drink real quick. Okay. Next up, LL20. Ooh, I like this one. LL29. This is another piece of ceramic tile. I think we had some of this kind of Blue Willow-esque stuff last time in Laura's show, and we completely sold out. There are two, I think, pieces of it in this show. This is one of them. And I adore this. I think these could go great with so many different things. You could put this with red coral. You could put it with more blue, with lapis, with sodalite. It would be stunning with those. You could put it with white beads, white magnesite, white halite. There's so much. Black, put this with black, put it with onyx, put it with so many things. Gray. Use gray, some jaspers. It would look beautiful as a pendant with that. Stunning piece, LL29, and it has sold. Thank you so much. That one I did not expect to hang around long, to be honest. I don't think I had to even give it that much emphasis, right? It would have sold easily without me saying a word, because those are pretty. This, I think, is the last, I think, of the butterfly wing ones. I think we had 3 of them this time. LL30. These are the butterfly wing pendants. $24. These are natural. LL30. $24. Lots of botanical insects this time. I love it. Now this is a beautiful piece of ocean jasper. Look at that. But not only that, look at it on the other side. It's completely different. So this one gives you various ways to use it. This is more of the creams and kind of white tones, even some light blue grays, whereas this side gives you a lot of the green and black and kind of ochre colors, and even some of these kind of cut out gorgeous. I love it. I love this piece. I think this is my favorite side, but I also really love the versatility of this. It really is for 2 different things. And I think if you were really smart about how you design this necklace, I think you could design a necklace with this using all of these colors that you could wear this pendant either way. And I think that would be such a cool thing, that somebody could wear the same necklace, but give it drastically different looks. Because if you tie white up in here and green up in here, and this kind of oceany jasper colors, that flipping the pendant this way is going to pull out those darker colors. But if you flip the pendant this way, it's going to pull out those lighter colors. I think that's really a cool idea. And I would love to see somebody create something like that. Kind of choose your own adventure for the day necklace. LL31, $15. And it is about 2 inches by about 1.25 inches. LL31. Oh, come on. Here we go. LL32. We have Venus Jasper. Venus Jasper. Beautiful piece. Beautiful patterns. Only $15 for the pendant. What a steal. LL32. 2 inches again by about 1.25 inches. LL32. And if you're just joining us, we are doing a trunk show with Lora Lunsford. Every purchase you make not only helps us, but helps Lora as well. We each get a little cut of everything. And we only have this for about 2 weeks. So I will post what has not sold on our Facebook account. Probably, hopefully tomorrow. Well, we'll see if I have time in the store. And if you'd like to purchase, take down the lot number. That's the LL number on the sheets of paper here. Put that in the subject line of an email and send that email to us at info@allegorygallery.com. All that's scrolling across here and also posted up there. This is the other moon goddess. This is larvacite with hematite. Larvacite with hematite. Moon goddess pendant. It has the silk on there. LL33. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that hematite moon face. Hand carved. Set. I love these moon goddesses. I've never kept one myself because we generally sell out. So maybe we'll see. LL33, $48. Just a beautiful pendant or an ornament. This doesn't have to be worn, right? This is beautiful enough. Hang it at your desk at work, in your cubicle, if you have a cubicle. People still have those? I think so, right? Hang it with some plants. I think that would be a beautiful addition to a plant room. Or, of course, use it as jewelry. Make a great gift. Looking for gifts under $50. LL33, only $48. People could use that in a number of ways. LL33, $48. Come on. The paper doesn't want to go in the bag. And then the ribbon doesn't want to go back in the bag either. Get in there. LL34. What do we have next? Even I don't know what's next. Oh, this is a good one. People love the labradorite, right? Look at this labradorite. Look at that flash. Beautiful little labradorite pendant. That would be great just on a chain. Put it on a chain, mark it up, sell it off. Done. Or put it on a quick chain, give it as a gift to a friend. They would love that. Labradorite's such a beautiful stone. And this one has such nice flash to it. Very nice quality stone. LL34, $22. It is about 1.5 inches by about 1/2 inch. Look at that. There's flash like everywhere. There's even some sparkle. Even some sparkles in there. And it is left open in the back, so you will get some of that light, extra light through there. I don't know if I can show you that really or not. But you can see there's light coming through, which helps give it light and give it that extra flash too. LL34, $22 only. Okay, we got 34, 35. Next up, this is one of those stamp pendants. This is the peekaboo stamp. There's that peekaboo stamp. And then this is Stay By My Side, the mushroom border stamp, Dance the Night Away, but it's done in this rectangular shape this time. Done in the rectangular shape. So if you're looking for a different shaped pendant, we had some of these stamps before, but I think they were in the oval pendants or the square, and this is in the rectangular shape. This is nice in that you can see behind it somewhat. So if you wanted to layer this with something behind, you would see that color come from behind. So that's left open for you to work with if you want to. That'd be a fun way to be able to layer this pendant with something, whether you have a big piece of shell or, you know, who knows what. LL35, and this one is about 2¼ inches by about an inch. LL36. This is the combination of Peekaboo and Dance the Night Away, but in the oval this time. No, not Dance the Night Away, Stay By My Side. Oh, it is Dance the Night Away up here, and Stay By My Side, but in the oval shape. LL36, $28. Love, 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 love these mushroom pendants. I'll probably keep a few of those for myself, by the way. I think they'll be fun to work with. LL37 coming up. This is Rainforest Jasper Pendant. Beautiful Rainforest Jasper Pendant. Look at that stone. That's only $15, y'all. $15. Look how beautiful that stone is. There's the back. Look at that. $15? Are you kidding me? And this is 2 inches by about 1.75 inches. Look at the colors in that you can play with. Of course, I got cat hair on it already. Look at the colors. Be beautiful with some turquoise, some chocolate colored stones. There's some clear, almost chalcedony. It would be great with some chalcedony, right? Looking for something to go with your chalcedony? Look at that. That would look great with that. It's got that part that glows right in there. Look at that. So LL37, $15. And LL37 has sold. Thank you so much. Whoops, what's happening here? It's got a little bit out of order. One moment, please. That was 37. 38 is up next. LL38. Ooh, the tiger iron. This is so pretty. The tiger iron. Look at that. It's such a pretty, I love tiger iron. This one has the yellow, it has some of the brown or dark, almost black, and then there's almost like this gray green. That could definitely, because with the yellow fading over the gray, it kind of turns green. It's a really pretty color. This is the back, which is pretty too. So it doesn't matter if it twists on you, if you're wearing it. But that would be a nice little statement piece just, I think, on a chain. I don't think you would need to do anything with that, but I could see that with maybe some bumblebee jasper could be nice. With some tiger eye, of course, would be nice. Other tiger iron. I could even see that with a moss aquamarine. I think it would look killer with a moss aquamarine, honestly. I think that would be beautiful. And LL38, that one's popular. That one sold out twice. So thank you so much. Oops. Don't get in there the right way. There we go. LL39, next to the last for tonight, is another one of these stamps. This is the Have a Good Trip stamp with the mushrooms. I don't know if these are the same. I don't think these are different. These are different. We haven't had a morel. That's a morel, right? Have a good trip with that. And then I don't know what kind of mushroom. Is that an amanita? I don't think that's an amanita. I don't know what kind that is. But I love it. Have a good trip. So fun. So fun. Somebody had a lot of fun making those stamps. LL39, $28. And that is about 1 7/8 by 1 inch. Almost 2 by 1 or 1 by 2. LL39. Dominion Movement says, I like the gold details. Yeah, right? Isn't that fun? LL40, the last one for tonight, is another one of these Have a Good Trip mushroom stamps pieces. Different mushrooms this time again. Got these two. Hopefully you can see these. I know these are probably hard to see under the light. But hopefully you can see them okay. And that's LL40, $28. And that, my friends, for tonight is it. We will continue the trunk show on Monday. I've decided it's going to be Monday. We're going to let you have the weekend. I'm going to take the weekend off for the lives. And we will continue with the rest of the trunk show on Monday. So let me flip this camera around real quick. We'll say a quick goodbye. Hello, everyone. Hello and goodbye. Hello and goodbye. All right, there we are. Let me turn these lights up. All right, so thank you all so much for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. Like I said, I will be taking pictures of the things that are left unsold and putting them on Facebook so that we can take a look at them there. And hopefully sell a few more of these for Lora so we can keep having these trunk shows. And she wants to keep working with us. We always want to sell as much as we can so that we can keep working with our artists and that it is worth it to them to send these to us and make all these things for us. So if there's something you saw you liked, please consider grabbing it. And like I said, we will do the next half. I think there are 30 some more left at least. And we will do that on Monday. All right. So thank you all so very much and have a good weekend. I know for many it's been a rough week. And yeah, it's been a rough week. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging out with all that we do and participating in all of these things we do. And please take care of yourselves. Rest. Take it easy this weekend if you're able to. Recharge. And we will see you back here on Monday. Bye, everybody.